All right. I do like the music. Let's turn it up though. Okay. Turn it off there. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ethan Frelly, and of course, this is another amazing episode of Think Positivity. And as you can see, I have no guest again today because last recording was so fun. I figured, you know what? Let's just keep on doing it. So here is your happiness check-in. What are you happy about? What are you going to be grateful for today? What are you going to be happy and grateful for today? Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Think about it. Think about that while you're listening to the show. And thank you again for watching. It's just me. I'm just having fun. This is just me sharing happiness and sharing what why I think it's amazing to be happy and why it's amazing to be positive, because there's a lot of things that can bring you down out there, and I don't want that to happen to you. So what am I grateful for today? All right. I mean, if I'm going to ask you that, I should be able to answer that as well. I wrote down some things. So I think on the surface for me, and I say surface because there's the things that like you can really be grateful for, and then there's the things that you can pretty much be grateful for all the time. And then there's the things that you should be grateful for all the time, and then sometimes you're just not because you forget about it. So the thing that I'm on the surface level grateful for, I've been seeing some amazing sunrises lately. I've been trying to post them on Facebook, so if you're my Facebook friend, you've been lucky enough to maybe be able to see it if Facebook's algorithm thinks that you should be seeing it. And then if not, then be my friend on Facebook, and then you can see my cool sunrise pictures. Sometimes I actually just take pictures and I forget to post them. So, so once in a while they'll just show up on there. I don't know where it's not even a pretty day that day, but then you can still see a beautiful sunrise because I'm going to share it with you. Also, some new horizons going on for me. This is a little bit deeper. I'm not going to get into it too deeper now, but I've had a rejuvenated look on an old idea. How do I put this? So I've always been on top of a positive person. I think that positivity also has this. This is something that we've spoken about in work before. There's a positive past, and then a positive future, and then a negative future, and then a positive present and a negative present. And a lot of times I can get way deeper into this, and I'm super paraphrasing it to oversimplify it. But pretty much a lot of times people will go for a positive present and forego understanding that they're foregoing the positive future. So meaning like save now and then spend later. You know, in my mind, the easiest way, the simplest way to kind of boil that down is good things come to those who wait. My mantra though, as a college student, was great things come to those who are patient. And I just had this recent, what is it, epiphany, I guess. Just a rejuvenation of that idea, and it went even further than that. I'll kind of explain a little bit further. So good things come to those who wait, and then I've kind of turned it over to great things come to those who are patient. And this really helped me in my college years, and in my early 20s. And I remember, I think the easiest, the most recent kind of thing that I can think of, where that kind of like affected me in the college years, where it was just now I was talking to sales manager Mike about this today. I was standing in line at like Safeway or whatever, and of course, you always there's always the right line, and then there's always the line that you're in, and that's exactly how I felt. It was like, oh, I'm in the person. Of course, they've got the person that's writing the check, the person with the 50 like single items, and then me, and it's taking forever, and I'm seeing all the lines going by me, and it's like, do you leave that line, and then all of a sudden that line gets stopped or whatnot? And really, I mean, the only thing I did was I just took a nice deep breath, I didn't do the, I don't know why I did that. But you know, nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. And I just told myself that, and it made me feel better. It really did. It made me feel better. It didn't get me anywhere faster, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, why, you know, we don't really need to be going around so quick. I mean, I think that on top of the great things come to those who are patient, it really just reminded me that we don't need to always be hustling and bustling all over the place all the time. It's not necessary. We can sometimes just slow down and relax and live life and be happy with it. So the next thing that I kind of the rejuvenated look on old ideas. I mean, that it's all leading up to kind of this epiphany that I had, which was, and we all heard this, and that's the thing, is that like it gets so frustrating because it's like none of this is new information. So if you're listening to have some sort of breakthrough, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna tell you, pretty much these are all things that we all know. These are all things that the answer is within ourselves all the time. So then the question always has to be, are you asking yourself the right question? And that's kind of what happened. I was in a emotional overload about a week and a half ago, and I just felt like I just could not take it. I couldn't take it. I couldn't find, as positive as I could not find that happiness, that silver lining. And I went back to this idea from my mom and from my faith and from everyone around me, and from just from the gut feeling of, you know, if I can't handle this, I got to give it up. I got to give it up to somebody. And the only person that I would ever give anything up to would be the Lord. Thank you, God. And I gave it up to him. And I said, you know what? You got to help me out here. You've given me some skills that I need to use. So help me use them, please. But I can't handle it right now. And immediately I had in my mind's eye, a clip from a dream that I had just earlier, 8 hours before, was just thrust into my mind when I was like on the most humble feeling ever. It was like, I can't do this, please help me. And I'm saying this out loud, and my wife's there next to me, and all of a sudden I got this flash of this dream that I had. And there's obviously, we always have dreams, but it was just this one scene of a dream. And I was just so focused on it. I was like, why did this just pop into my mind when I was asking for help? What is going on? And so I ended up working through it verbally with Daniela, my wife. And the epiphany was, it's so corny. It's so corny. I want to say it. It's always darkest before the dawn. Yeah, and if you don't know what that means, what it means to me is that when you're going through some hard times, it's probably going to get harder before it gets easier. And how that works out for me as a parent is trying to teach my children that is tough. You know, I almost always feel like, you know, when you're given the choices of there's the right thing to do and there's the wrong thing to do. If you're walking around your house, the right thing to do is to pick up the trash. The wrong thing to do is to step over the trash. You know, but the right thing to do is a little bit harder. You know, you got to bend over, you got to pick it up, you got to walk 5 more feet to throw away the trash. Or I think I saw a funny video of a mom teaching the family how to put the toilet paper back on. You know, like when you use things, you throw it away. They're just slightly harder than just not doing anything. And teaching a child that, teaching a 4-year-old turning 5-year-old that, it's kind of impossible. But you got to start somewhere, right? You got to, I mean, and obviously starting one with by example, and 2 just repetitive learning is something I at least help me learn. Hopefully it's helping my little guy learn. Just it's going to be hard to do the right thing, but the right thing is the right thing for the reason. And unfortunately, it's probably going to be a little more effort. But that's kind of how we bring up, in my opinion, productive people in the society. That's how I was brought up, was that you can do whatever you want, but if you're not going to do it right the first time, you're probably going to have to do it again. and maybe even again. I was always taught that you're allowed to be lazy as long as you get your work done, and then you've actually earned it. And it's not even then lazy; it's just you've earned the chance to have some time off. So, with all that being said, it is always darkest before the dawn. Literally, I mean, in the most literal sense, the moon and the sun kind of disappear for a split second. So it really is like boom, dark, and then dawn, and then it's light again. And sometimes that dark feeling can creep in. Don't let it do that. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for inside of here. Well, actually, this inside of here, and it just weighs heavily. So, and then don't forget that oh my gosh, like the feeling that I got when I just gave it up. Please just help me, Lord. And it was so amazing. So I want to say thank you to God, thank you, and to my mom for reminding me about that, and to my faith. That that helps. And you know, I understand that there's people that don't have that same faith, and it's okay. You can still give it up because they're still loved by a greater being. So thumbs up to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a guest, if you have something special just to share with people, if you feel like you have a positive vibe in there that you just cannot hold inside, you want to share it like me, contact me. Let's be friends. Let's make a video. Let's share how awesome it is to be positive on your end. And thank you so much for watching. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Think:positivity. It's super hard to find because there's nothing behind it. There's no money. There's nothing, like I don't have ads or anything. I'm not big enough yet. So it would be super helpful if you could and subscribe to that channel. If not, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. I always do appreciate it. And please like and share my videos. Thank you again. This is Ethan Crelly with Think Positivity. Bye.